Now, some members of that caravan, they're making any move they can to get in. There's lawlessness happening right now at the border. Here's what's going on. Many are deciding to marry at the border before seeking asylum. They heard news from their legal counsels that they may face separation when entering the U.S. And there's allegations of fraud at the border. Joining me now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Ken, good to see you, sir. What's your take on what's going on at the border?
Well, thanks, Skip, for having me on your first show. It's congratulations. Well, obviously, this is a tough situation. We would never recommend large groups of people coming at the same time. Unfortunately, that's what these immigration advocates and lawyers have done, and they've put these people and our Border Patrol in a difficult situation because it becomes somewhat overwhelming when you have that many people at the same time.
Now, sir, by law, the U.S. does give asylum if they can claim refugee status. But the question is, why isn't Mexico taking them? Homeland Security Secretary says they should seek asylum in the first safe country they are in, and that's Mexico.
Well, I have heard that Mexico has offered some and maybe all, and they've turned it down and sought to come to the United States. So I don't know for sure what Mexico's done, but that's my understanding is they've actually offered it, and it hasn't been accepted.
What's with the psychology of this, anything goes at the border? You're allowed to break in without standing in line and come in lawfully. As Hillary Vaughn just pointed out, come in the front door lawfully. And now we have reports that an MS-13 gang member reportedly crossed the U.S. border illegally with that caravan. He was arrested in Yuma, Arizona. What do you say to that, sir?
Well, I'm disappointed. I think these immigration advocates potentially are misleading some of these people who don't know any better and pushing them to do things that are not going to help them individually, or not going to help them get citizenship to the United States or some type of asylum. So I'm disappointed in these immigration advocates and lawyers that are guiding these people potentially in the wrong direction.
This just in, let's get to what happened with the White House Correspondents' Dinner. The association that sponsors that dinner now seriously debating pulling it and stopping it altogether after a comedian personally attacked White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders and Kellyanne Conway in a withering roast that stunned those attending and the nation. Watch.
Yeah.
Trump is so broke. Southwest used him as one of their engines. I know, it's so soon. Trump is racist, though. He loves white nationalists, which is a weird term for a Nazi. You guys gotta stop putting Kellyanne on your shows. All she does is lie. If you don't give her a platform, she has nowhere to lie. It's like that old saying, if a tree falls in the woods, how do we get Kellyanne under that tree? There's also, of course, Ivanka. She was supposed to be an advocate for women, but it turns out she's about as helpful to women as an empty box of tampons. She does clean up nice, though. Ivanka cleans up nice. She's the diaper genie of the administration. On the outside, she looks sleek, but the inside, it's still full of I'm never really sure what to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women?
Now, a journalist for the Associated Press, Meg Kennard, tweeting, if the White House Correspondents' Dinner did anything tonight, it made the chasm between journalists and those who don't trust us even wider. And those of us who cover the red states, we have to work harder every day to prove our objectivity. We'll have to deal with this. Ken, I was there Saturday night. It derailed badly. The Journalists Association said this night was supposed to be about free speech, but bullying does not advance free speech in the First Amendment, right?
No, I totally agree. It was unfortunately not even funny. I think most people would agree that wasn't even funny. It was cruel and obnoxious. And I don't know really what she thought she was accomplishing, but it certainly wasn't anything good.
I was there in '93 when Bill Clinton called Rush Limbaugh fat, and that was shocking back then. Ken, this comedian did not come out of a vacuum. It's what she's hearing about the president and his administration. I was personally worried about Sarah Sanders and Kellyanne Conway, just as any woman would be for Michelle Obama and Susan Rice if they were personally attacked. This was a Me Too comedian personally attacking women.
No, that's exactly what she did. She focused on the two women you were just talking about, Kellyanne Conway and Sarah Sanders Huckabee, and it was a sad commentary for a woman that supposedly is all about women, for her to stand up there and just brutally abuse them in front of thousands of people and then the entire United States.